Friends of the channel Sidescrollers landed a very interesting interview today. They had the Reddit mod to discuss his statements the other day. The guy that was at the front of the live stream fails drama was a part of this conversation. Vara Dark being absolutely brutal. It was amazing. Said, the most brutal thing you'll see all week. Vara Dark unloads on the Reddit mod, TM, in the most unfiltered way possible. This was so beautiful by Vara.
I think that this is the dumbest shit ever. I gotta keep it a buck. I think that this guy is the perfect encapsulation of a Reddit user, and Reddit's filled with retards.
So Vara, you can tell she's like, I don't want to just say he's retarded. I'm going to pick him up from underneath and say, you're not retarded. Everyone there's retarded and you are one of them. And he's like,
I mean, in some ways you're right, but I guess I'll ask you a question.
I am right.
Savage.
Do you think that social media matters? Like, do you think?
Look at Craig. Craig's trying to hold it together over here.
Do you think that social media matters? Like, do you think that X matters? Matters?
Yes, culture is influenced by social media.
Yeah. I mean, and Reddit is 3 times as large as X or social media. I mean, so
it's not as large as YouTube.
She is like matching punch for punch right now. He's like, shit. Look at Craig again. He's like, damn.
You're right. It's right below YouTube.
It's right below YouTube.
But I guess what I'll say is,
look at Labs.
I'll agree that this is all stupid, but that's like kind of my point. It's like all these large platforms, or this large platform, has eyeballs, has all these views.
I don't believe that the platforms are stupid. I think that you, as a
she was gonna say it, and she's like, oh, I'm not gonna say it. I think that you are
person are being ridiculous.
Just say it. Just say it, Vara. We all know you wanted to say, I think that you are stupid. See, she was trying really hard, and I get it, by the way, because when you're on a panel, you want to be as respectful as possible to keep it professional so that you can have a conversation. I totally get where she's coming from. So she did the best she could to tiptoe through the tulips with this guy, but it was funny as fuck. Absolutely. We need to give Vara a Dom DeMarco.
Dom DeMarco.
Yeah, Hasan the Hun knows who I am and calls me out by name. The Reddit mod exposes what he knows about Hasan and Kaya with the zap. Let's check it.
What do you think happened? Do you think that Hasan shocked his dog? And why did they, over on live streams fails, immediately ban any mention of the dog shocking incident?
I'm so glad they asked this question.
I can give you the very direct reason why.
Please.
So first of all, he absolutely shocked his dog. He
then
did.
Why censor it?
So initially, technically it wasn't me, but these are very dynamic situations. When we're looking into this, you know, the initial clip, we don't know if it's true or not. And
again, why censor it? Why not let people view the clip and decide for themselves then? If you're so sure that you're not sure, then the video clearly doesn't give proof of either way. Why not keep it up?
So somebody was like, well, this might be misinformation. We should look into it. But then we did eventually allow it after like a couple hours. And it was the #1 most topic on the subreddit.
I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because they were taking it down. Many Hasan posts get cut down over there over and over again. This sounds like cope right now.
For months, for like a month or two, if not the largest topic that has ever been on the subreddit in its history. And so it does feel weird for people to say like, and not only that,
but you do protect Hasan over there. You want to like spit on people and tell them it's raining, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Like, but Hasan himself knows who I am, calls me out by name, and like hates me. And so it does feel kind of weird for people to say like, oh, you're you're on his side or whatever. When
I would argue Hasan does hate him, and they are trying to get in Hasan's good graces by doing what they think he wants over there, instead of just letting it free roam with the information.
we kind of like let this be the largest negative PR campaign ever to hit them in his career either. So, but yeah, I mean, the reason why it was censored is somebody who's like, I mean, they're like, I don't know, let's look into us. This could be misinformation. And then, yeah, and there was an argument back and forth. Somebody's not always right. And then we convinced the mods, and then we trying to change the position we allowed it. So that's how it goes.
What does that look like? What's the conversation?
I saw this earlier, and I know I've chatted to a few people, I'm Batman, about this as well. And I agree. I feel like there could have been more pushback from the whole crew on Sidescrollers. It's a very delicate balance. I'm not trying to make excuses for Craig and crew, but it's the same thing like when I had Colin Moriarty on here. I want to try to be respectful to my guests. That's the way I try to hold court here when I do stuff. He was very disrespectful to me overall. And I think even he would agree with that. He'd probably be like, yeah, I don't respect him and I was a dick to him. I think he would say that. Like, yeah, that's not how I approach my channel when I have people on. I want to be cordial. I want to get the information out there because at the end of the day, I think people come here for information and entertainment, of course, but information first and foremost. And they want it delivered in an entertaining way. And I think it's not much different with Sidescrollers. I think they want to do the same thing. And if they started pushing back on him, I think their fear was this guy would just hang up on him or leave, or they might look like the bad guys. But I hear you. It's a very delicate balance. It really is.
Conversation look like you are the head mod here, so don't you ultimately? Is it like you're the president? You get the last say in the matter, or is it more of a democracy where there's a voting process?
There used to be a voting process. I got rid of the voting process, but
that's curious. See, Phoenix and Blabs both were like, oh. Look at their reaction right when he said that. Watch Blabs. Watch Blabs' eyes when he says that.
That's I get rid of the voting process, but it's.
You can see her thinking in real time, like, the fuck did he just say?
It's more of a. It is more of a discussion. So I don't like. I understand that I'm the head mod and I have this power, and I don't like to use it unless it's very important. And so, I will let other people kind of make up their own mind or argue about it or whatever. And that actually was one. I was outside of that conversation and let other people argue about it.
But this is the biggest story on you just said it yourself. This is the biggest story on the subreddit that possibly ever happened, right? How would you be outside that conversation? You're the lead.
I mean, it wasn't that at the time. Like so when the first clip came out, we were not expecting this to be viral for like a month or two. I also was outside of it because I saw other people were solving it. So other people, there was one mod who didn't want it and 3 or 4 did want it. And so I saw them argue it out and fix the problem and deal with the situation in a way that I think was good.
I X'd it out that he didn't think the dog shock thing with Hasan would be viral. How dumb does he think we are? Sidescrollers, if our interview with the Reddit mod has proven one thing, it's that stereotypes exist for a reason.
On your own, I want to play a quick game where I asked Grok. I said, Grok, what are some Reddit mod stereotypes? And we're going to check some boxes here. Okay. Number 1, power tripping basement dwellers. Well, I think we got the power tripping thing. Yes. You admitted that.
Yeah.
Correct? Right.
I get 2 floors in my apartment. So I'm in the bottom floor right now. So,
okay.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
So do you live on your own?
I do. Yeah. San Francisco. Yeah.
On your own in San Francisco. No.
How the fuck does this guy own a upstairs and downstairs in San Francisco being a Reddit mod?
No mother, no father, no grandma.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
He's downstairs in his basement, of course.
Dictators and fragile egos.
Dictator, but no fragile ego.
Okay.
So he's a liar. Come on, man. We saw your video. That was like the prototypical definition of someone with a fragile ego. To dare do that and then come on here and say, no fragile ego. Come on.
Okay. All right. You said you are employed.
Mhm.
You are.
Yes.
You're actively employed right
Surprisingly, yeah, surprisingly.
now. The physical appearance and I mean, you do understand you would look like a typical Reddit mod, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
exactly. Okay. And
At least he owns it, which I can appreciate.
I appreciate that
It's
you
very
understand.
brave and bold of you to say so. That you know that you are.
I think it's been nothing but fair, personally.
Yeah, no. Like it's very commendable for you to.
It's very commendable. I mean, especially when I personally think of the prototypical definition of a Reddit mod is someone that I would put in the same barrel of people that I would want to check their hard drives and see if they need to be turned over to the FBI. So for him to embrace that, I don't know. It's impressive. It's concerning. It's a whole bunch of things.
Come up here and say all this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're hypocritical or narrative pushing?
Yes, certainly over time. Yeah.
I want to know that you have hit every single stereotype pretty much at this point, with the exception of being that you have a job. So,
Okay.
Congratulations. I mean, that's
But
great.
he doesn't live
And
with his folks either.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's amazing. What an amazing interview this was. We got Yeet on X, Stale 2000 on If He's Trolling. I like to mix truths with jokes. I'll take the statement I said before. Reddit mods should be treated like celebs, influencers. Oh boy. There we go.
Walk me through this. Is this just a giant troll? Is this a bit? Like, is this authentic? I mean, I don't doubt that you are a Reddit mod, but like, walk me through this. Are you truly? Is this just a big troll? Or are you coming on to troll our show?
No, so I like to mix truths with jokes. So I like to tell the truth through a joke by being, a little bit over the top, by putting in, ideas that sound outrageous at first, but actually kind of make a little bit of sense when you think about it. So I'll take the statement that I said before about how Reddit moderators should be treated like celebrities or influencers. I know that sounds funny, but what's an influencer? In my opinion, an influencer is an idiot who just happens to have a platform. And I mean, a Reddit moderator also.
His definition is anybody that he doesn't like that tells people something is an idiot because only what he thinks is the right thing. And he's not an idiot. Gotcha. Okay.
kind of fits that definition. And both of these groups need a lot of help.
Because I would argue, by the way, that the definition of an influencer, I would say that Stuttering Craig is an influencer. I would not say he's an idiot at all. I would say this guy's a true leader in the community. And I would almost say what he just said is like a direct shot at Stuttering Craig for saying that.
Have a platform. And I mean, a Reddit moderator also kind of fits that definition. And both of these groups need a lot of help. And, it's funny to say that like Reddit matters, but eyeballs are eyeballs. Reddit is the third largest website in the United States.
Again, I press X to doubt on this. I'm sure people do go to Reddit. I'm sure people live on Reddit more than they live on other platforms. I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. I'm sure there's also a lot of fake bots, Chinese bots, infiltration networks, agenda pushing bots. It's full of fake shit too. It's very advanced. You want to talk about dead internet theory? Reddit is the definition of that. You don't even know if you're talking to a real person half the time on Reddit. This guy seems to think everyone's real on Reddit and it's so popular and everyone there is a real person and they all just happen to agree with the Reddit mods. It's like, no, there's bots and then you've banned everyone else that disagrees with you.
It's worth $40 billion right below YouTube. I think it matters a little bit. Surely, I mean, it matters to their stockholders. I guess that's my general thoughts. And so that was my idea with that video is, I was trying to be funny, but I was trying to talk about real things. And I will admit that the video kind of got away with it. Like there's some parts where I thought I was joking. And then there are other parts where I just got like way too into it. And I'm hearing like, okay, I am angry right there. That's real anger that's coming through. So yeah.
Walk me.
That is wild. And I think this was a really good conversation to kind of give a once over from that video that this guy put out there just so people understand that he tried his best, but it's actually, I think, a great example of how hard it is to talk to a camera and get what you have up here out there. It's not just a simple, for everyone, especially this guy, it's not a simple turn the camera on and just do it. As he found out the hard way, that it turned into a shit show, a glorious, hysterical shit show. And props to him for owning it and going on with Sidescrollers. And it was a very interesting conversation, discussion that they had. And I'm glad they did it. This is one of my favorite parts about Sidescrollers. And Craig says this all the time, is they don't like have enemies. They don't take sides specifically. They want a conversation. And I think that's really important and a very important thing to remember for the entire community. So shout out to Sidescrollers for that. Great job. And very, very entertaining discussion. We'll leave that there.